In this video, I want to share with you some of my personal experiences in dealing with acne and different treatments that have really worked. So in this video, I don't want to share anything that hasn't worked because there's been so many things that we've tried that haven't worked. And when I say we, I'm referring to my son and myself. I have a son who is 16 and he has dealt with a lot of acne issues over the years. So we have had a lot of experience with different products and different methods and just a lot of different things that we found to really help. And now his issues are pretty much under control, though he still has them, but they're so much better than they used to be. One thing that's worked extremely well just for spot treating, like I said, and especially for me, this really works, is this clay right here. This is Bentonite clay.
It's a volcanic ash type clay product that is filled with all sorts of trace minerals. But the unique thing is it gains a super strong negative charge when you add water. So in chemistry, you have all these molecules that are either positively charged or negatively charged. Bentonite clay is negatively charged when you add water, so it acts as a kind of like a magnet, not like a sponge, but a magnet. So there's this word called adsorption, not absorption, adsorption, which basically attracts things around the molecule. Okay? Bentonite clay will attract up to 2,000 times its weight because it attracts all these positively charged particles. It's also good for facial masks. You can add charcoal with it and put it on your skin and it'll actually help pull out toxins. And because the trace minerals are there, it's going to actually saturate the body with great nutrients. Also, it's good for other skin problems like poison ivy, eczema, psoriasis.
This is a very popular product. You can get it on Amazon and probably other websites as well. If you can get a smaller size, I would recommend that because you use so little of this. Some people will put it on their whole face as a mask. It dries, it gets very tight, very crunchy and crusty. You have to be careful, like soak it and wash it off. The way I do it is once I start getting a zit that's coming in, it doesn't matter what stage the zit or pimple or whatever is in, as long as it's not like an open wound. Do not apply anything to that. But if whatever stage it's in, I'll mix some of this up, I'll apply it, kind of a thick layer, and I'll go to sleep. The next morning, every single time without fail, for me personally, the zit or pimple is much less severe. It's shrunk down, it's not hurting as much or at all, and it's less inflamed, and it seems to speed up the process of healing. I'll sometimes use it the following night, but most often I don't even need to do that because it seems like it just heals it so much faster, and then the next day it's just so much better. It's not really a big issue anymore and it's not hurting anymore. And some, like I said, some people use it on their whole face and some people will just use it over large problem areas, and that's great too. My son does that as well. But I feel like even though it's a great treatment option, there's other things to really treat the issues people are dealing with even better than this. This really does work well though for spot treating. For me, it's been amazing. One last thing I want to say about this is if you have a bunch of mosquito bites or any mosquito bites that are bugging you and itching like crazy, mix it up and put some of this on it and leave it alone, and it's amazing. Also, it completely stops the itching for me. These are hydrocolloid patches. My son has found these to be very effective at treating his acne issues and greatly lessening them. He prefers these large patches, so these are a bit more pricey. I'll link to everything down below. Besides these ones, they sell tons of other ones all over the place that aren't as expensive and that are smaller, so you can just like put them on wherever you have the acne. But a lot of people have larger areas of concern, and that's why this one is so good for that. One other thing I want to mention is glycolic acid. I recently did a video all about glycolic acid and the amazing things it's done for my skin over the years. When I did that video, I did a lot of research and I discovered that it's very effective with treating acne. And in the studies that I read about, they used 25% and 50% glycolic acid in peels one time every 3 weeks only. That's not very often. Now, this is what I have right here. This is from Platinum Skincare. I just bought this for my son. It's 30% glycolic acid. I don't want to give him anything stronger. I think this is their lowest strength that they sell. If you end up getting anything from there, I have a 15% off coupon code. I'll put it down below. This comes with 6 vials. I think this will last him a very long time. Now, one alternative to this that is very popular is retinoids.
So retinoid, think of it like the word fruit. So there's apples, there's oranges, but they're all fruits. And so retinoid is essentially the fruit. It's the umbrella term. And then your retinol is like your orange, and your tretinoin is like your apple. And so they all kind of fall under this umbrella, and they have varying degrees of efficacy because they need to be converted along the way. And so retinol is converted to retinaldehyde or retinal, and then retinal is converted into retinoic acid. And so if you have to go through two conversions, obviously it's going to be a little bit less strong and also less irritating. And so that's kind of how it works. So the umbrella term is retinoid, and then retinol, retinaldehyde, retinoic acid, tretinoin, tazarotene, adapalene all fall underneath this umbrella.
It can become very confusing in trying to explain the different classes of retinoids and what's out there, but I just want to share information about two. There's tretinoin, and that is a prescription retinoid. It helps with cellular turnover, rejuvenation of the skin. It really can help treat acne-related issues as well. And like I said, that is a prescription, and unfortunately, I think it's a little bit expensive. There's a way around it. You can still get it. You can get that super strong prescription strength if that's what you want. There's a way to get it, so I'm going to share that in a second. Now, another option is adapalene, and that is a third generation over-the-counter retinoid. Adapalene is a great option because it's $12. There's raving reviews about it all over the place. When it comes to retinoids, this is what I've read a lot of, is that yes, you can use a higher strength, and yeah, you can get faster results. It is proven in different studies I read that the higher strength had more significant results and much higher percentage, like 80% resolution of symptoms over 35% resolution of symptoms between a 0.1% tretinoin versus a 0.025%. So there's kind of a big difference. But the thing is, if you use a lower strength over time, it has been shown, from what I've read, to be quite effective. So it just takes longer, and you'll have a lot less side effects. Not symptoms. You'll have a lot less side effects if you go with a lower strength, but it's really up to the individual. If you're really trying to tackle a big issue that you're dealing with and you want to go with a higher strength, that's a great option as well. But you may have a lot of flaking and dryness and peeling. Everyone's different, so definitely look into that. So adapalene has been used as a prescription in the United States, I think, for about 20 years. But now, like I said, it is sold over the counter. It's just a lower strength option. If you want to get something, a retinoid or tretinoin that is a clinical strength, you know, something you would get prescribed by a doctor, but you don't want to go to the doctor, it is actually quite hard to get into a dermatologist's office, in my experience. Otherwise, you could always ask your primary doctor just to prescribe it for you. And that's another easy way. That could just take a phone call. But like I said, it's kind of expensive. So you can try that. Otherwise, there is a website called Curology. With the website, you sign up. I haven't done it yet, you guys. I am curious about doing this, not for acne-related issues, but like skin issues, the health of my skin. I want a tretinoin prescription because I have one, but it's too strong. So I want to actually start out a bit lower. And I don't want to get it from my doctor. I find that it is cheaper with Curology. So with Curology, you sign up and you will have some type of consultation with a skincare expert. I don't know, I'm assuming it's a dermatologist. And then they will help tailor the product to what you're dealing with and what you need, whether it's acne or anti-aging or skin redness, whatever it is. So there's different ingredients they can add into the tretinoin that you're getting, and then they'll give you a certain percentage. And if you need to change that, I believe you can contact them to get something like a higher or lower strength as needed. So then also, I think I'll put the prices here because I really don't know what they are at this point. But then they send you the product in the mail. You can get it maybe once a month or once every couple months or maybe once every 3 months. The last thing I wanted to mention is salicylic acid. Now, if you go to the grocery store, they have those pads that are salicylic acid. They're always about 2%. That's not very strong in my opinion. Now, I purchased some from Platinum Skincare, and it's in here, and it's a 15% salicylic acid peel. For myself and for my son, when we've used it in the past, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that strength is a bit too high, and I don't think it's necessary to use something that, it's a very strong peel, but I feel like 2% is way too low. So the good thing is, if you get something like this product, You can dilute it if you want to, and normally you dilute these types of peels, normal peels, with water, but this one you dilute with alcohol, and I'm just going to link below to an article or to a website that explains exactly how to do that if you ever get it and you want to do that. But I just want to tell you that when my son and I have used it to spot treat acne problem areas, it's really worked. It's kind of worked as effectively as the prescription strength Tretinoin has, but I feel like it's worked faster in my experience and in his experience. And he hasn't consistently used it. He's used it when things have gotten really bad. This is like we pull out this and it does the trick. So if somebody went to this first and used it as a regular, semi-regular treatment, I think it would be a really great option and really effective. The interesting thing about salicylic acid is that it's oil soluble, so it can really break through that oil that you're dealing with. You obviously have to prep your skin properly prior to any peels. Make sure you do that and read the directions before doing it, otherwise it just won't be as effective. But that is something very unique about salicylic acid, and there have been a lot of studies proving how effective it is against acne. I think that's it for this video. If you're watching and you've had a great experience with any of the treatments I've talked about, or just any other treatment or product at all, please share that down below to chat about it and help each other. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.